Hey guys, so I am currently in Paris, France, and I have been here for about 4 days, and I just left Amsterdam right before Paris, and I was there for about 5 days. So I've been traveling solo for, maybe 8, 9 days, and I would like to tell you guys some of the mistakes that I've had traveling around, Europe and doing some things because this is my first ever solo trip and I went into it blindly because there's a whole nother thing. There's so much that can be talked about. But we're gonna talk about some mistakes that I made in this video. Okay? Okay. And yeah, this is coming from someone this is their first ever solo trip, and I have been abroad before. I went to Mexico, not Mexico. I went to South Korea in 2022 because I was an exchange student at a university in Seoul for about 5 months. So I did that, and then I went to Mexico in 2023. Was it 2023? Yeah, it was 2023, and that's when I was meeting up with some friends and family there. So yeah, now I am here in 2026, and this is my first time abroad since Mexico, and I'm so happy to be out of the continent, on the other side of the world. Okay, so let's talk about some of my mistakes. So the few of the mistakes that I've done or that I'm continuing to do, is waiting until the last second to find what I'm gonna eat. Like, y'all, I will literally be starving the whole day because I'm like, okay, there's so much to see, there's so much to do. Like, when I was in Amsterdam, I was like so amazed by it because Amsterdam was the first place that I've been to out of the country in a few years, and then also I didn't know what to expect because I knew some things before going there, but like I didn't know anything about the scenery and the architecture. So just seeing it, I was so mesmerized. I was exploring so much. I was looking at every single thing, but I would neglect my tummy, and that was fine until it wasn't. And it would be the last second, and then now you got me all on Google Maps trying to find anything I can look around. I'm like, okay, what is this? Versus, I feel that a way to combat that would have been to just maybe like plan out my meals or like go on the webs or go on social media, find, like nice places to eat here or whatever, and have that in the back of my mind. So maybe if I go to a certain area, like in now Paris, but at the time Amsterdam, I could have just said, okay, it's about a 20-minute walk because the city is so walkable. And can we talk about the bikes? The city is bikeable. Literally, like I heard from a few people there that like bikers have the right of way like before the pedestrians. So I was like, you know what, as they should, okay? Because I would just love to live my best life riding a bike and not have to worry about somebody walking. Because in the U.S., like everybody and their mama gonna stop for that pedestrian, okay? Well, they should. That's how it works over there. But yeah, I really like the fact that it was so bikeable and stuff like that. But yeah, waiting until the last second, like it would, and then by the time some days I would be like walking around doing so many things, and maybe I ate like in the morning or early afternoon, and then I was walking for the last 10 12 hours, like seeing stuff, obviously stopping and like having fun, but and then out of nowhere tummy be growling. But now at this point it's like 1 a.m, and yes, I would be out walking until then because it's so safe. Like from at least what I've heard and when I was looking at, like literally just walking felt like a safe care in the world. That could be the tourist in me, but also yeah, like I heard it was like safe and stuff. Obviously, there's parts in every country and city and whatever, but yeah, it was it was bad because then at night when it was when it was too late to get something like sit down or go try some food, I would be like, okay, Googling what's something I could eat. And then somebody showed me Febo, and that's like this cool place over there in Amsterdam. Maybe it's in all the Netherlands, I don't know. I think it is actually because I went to another city called The Hague, and you literally go up to the machine, press a button, like you'll pay like 2 or 3 euros, press a button, and then like the food's already ready for you. Like it's like this big thing, like it's like separated with glass, and like imagine like burger, fries, but it's like different foods, like more Dutch food, but it's behind like the glass. You just press the button and then boom. So that's what I ended up getting like late at night. But yeah, that's okay. I spent a lot of time talking about that, but ooh, the next thing I put was wearing shoes that look good versus shoes that are comfortable to walk in. And I'm not gonna lie, let me show you the shoes that I have. Because I actually got these like redid before this, but these are my shoes and they're so tea. I'm sorry, but you can't tell me like anything about these shoes. Like they're my prized possessions and like they're cool and all. But like I would have did cool with a cute Nike. Like I would have been overly good with something that was a lot more all-terrain walkability. Yes, for these though, actually, like a few days, like 2 days, 2 or 3 days before coming here, I actually got the soles of these replaced, and they added a whole new sole and like some grippers because these shoes, this actually used to be brown, and I would be slipping and sliding everywhere. So they are comfortable. They're not like uncomfortable, but just for the amount of walking that you're doing, baby, let me tell you, if you're coming like if you're going to like the cities like that I went to, Amsterdam, now Paris, and like, I hear that a lot of the major cities in European countries, like, it's walkable, very mobile, very not car driven, where you just go in a car, then go to the store, then get back in the car, go to this place, get in the car. Like, no, very much move your feet, go to that metro, go to that subway, go to this bus. And I mean, I think people know that, but it's just the fact of the shoes that you might want to, you think they're really tea, and you're like, no, but I would stunt on the streets of in Paris with these shoes. But you're like, pause. I don't know if these are the right things to wear. I'm just giving y'all an option to, maybe think about that. Am I going to leave? After I'm done filming this video, I'm going to walk the streets of Paris because it's currently 8:45 a.m. and I barely have woken up this early in my whole trip. So I was like, let's walk the streets, and I will be taking these shoes with me. I don't care. Like, see, like, that's what I'm saying. Do we learn from our mistakes? Maybe. But I just know that my feet were like hurt. Like my right foot, at the end of the day, I was like, is my ankle broken? Like, please don't play with me right now. But then after Amsterdam and coming to Paris, like, I've been resting a lot more in Paris. Paris. Y'all, I'm trying to be French so bad. Like, I took French lessons before coming here. And then I catch myself being like, bonjour. They're like, bonjour, blah, blah, blah. Like, whatever. They're like speaking French to me. And I'm like, vous parlez anglais? Which means, do you speak English? Because, like, I really thought me taking like French lessons like maybe like a month or two before coming here, I would be like, okay, I'd be good enough because I speak Spanish, I speak some Korean. Like, I was like, okay, this is like I have a, and no, French is definitely it's a lot like more connecting for me as someone who does speak Spanish, because like now I have that English background, then I have that Spanish background, and now like seeing French, I do recognize a lot of patterns, but it's the verbal for me. It's the okay. Like when I'm watching a video or YouTube, I'm overly explaining everything. Anyways, shoes. Just make sure you can be comfortable. Will I still wear these shoes today? I will, because they look tea. But for the person that is like maybe complains more or just is like, I can't, or has like, problem with their feet, maybe picking the right shoes. Okay. Oh, the next thing is going out with my phone battery, like thinking I'm okay and not having a portable charger. Because I do have 2 portable chargers with me actually, but I just hate like taking things places, and I low-key forgot that I had them until I was looking at ideas to write down for this mistakes video. But literally, your phone will go down so much more when you're traveling. And obviously, when you're at home, you're using your phone normally, you go on social media, maybe you call people, maybe you text, maybe you go on apps, maybe you do this or whatever. But it's nothing more draining to a battery than being on maps like half the day. Like most of the day, you're just like using your phone, and your phone's actively tracking GPS, seeing where you are, and the screen is just always like on. That drains your battery so much. And I cannot tell you guys how much like I've been shocked at my phone. I'm like, I was like, okay, did Apple do something to where when I crossed over to Europe, they were like, yeah, your phone's not gonna be good. But I'm also like, wait, I never use my phone like this in the States, because usually like if I'm going somewhere that I don't know, it's like a quick, maybe 30-minute, not quick, but like a 30-minute drive using Google Maps, and then I'm done. Like I can use my phone normally, which is like maybe in my pocket mostly, or like whatever. But here, like constantly being on your phone, even like it's, so maybe bring a portable charger like with you on the daily. Maybe just know that, or try to just get lost in a safe area. Get lost in a safe area, put the phone in your pocket if you don't have that portable charger, because, and only saving it for when you need it. Because when I tell you guys, the battery is draining, the battery gets drained. What else? Oh, the next thing I would put kind of ties into that, which is like draining the battery, but also relying on maps, but not having them downloaded. So that's been a dilemma when I've been inside buildings. Luckily, a lot of places, like at least in Amsterdam and Paris, and from where I've seen in TV and movies from other parts of Europe, a lot of places, at a lot of restaurants and food establishments, people eat outside as well, like a lot more. So you have more connectivity to the like the data and stuff like that. But then if you're like indoors somewhere and like there's like a few floors above you, you know, sometimes you might not have great connectivity and you'll be trying to search something like I do. I try to search, okay, how do I get here? And then I'm confused because my connection is not working and now I'm looking like, so what are we doing? Where are we going? But in reality, if I had the map downloaded, we wouldn't have this issue. So maybe downloading your maps, like when you have Wi-Fi, like right now I'm in the hotel, so I could download the maps. But yeah, just maybe having that could be something that saves you whenever you're in need. But also, you know, maybe some of y'all have locals, maybe, but if you're watching this video, maybe you are considering traveling alone. So if you are, yeah, I feel like a few days ago, I would have been like, I don't know about traveling alone because it was a lot. It was a lot, I'm not gonna lie. I was like, what do we do? But after even just like a few days of me being on my own, I'm like, oh, okay, I can do this. Like having to use public transport as like someone from Texas, like fully rely on like trains, trams, metro, like subways, metros, buses, like having to rely on everything from just using a car back like home, it's taught me that, okay, you know what, we can get to where we gotta go. And I just love the fact that these cities make it much more easier and accessible to do that because I love a good walking moment. But yeah, these are a few mistakes I've made. I think I'll make a part 2. I think I will. Maybe that'll be my next video. If not, don't eat me up. But we're currently traveling through Europe, so thank y'all for watching this video. I hope to give some people some insight. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, please watch a few of my other ones because I've been making videos every day. So you can see the yesterday's video, the day before that, the day before that. And sometimes I'll talk about travel, sometimes I'll talk about other things where I'm just like, you know, talking about life, you know, inspiration, I don't know, inspirational things and stuff like that. But yeah, thank y'all for watching this video. I love y'all so much and bye.